Hey guys, this is James.
And this is Denny from TeaDB bringing you guys episode 103.
Yes. So we are going back to one of our old school vendors, Floating Leaves Tea,
Yeah.
for some Baozhong. So if you remember way back, or if you've been following us for ages, we reviewed a Baozhong from Showin, who runs Floating Leaves, I guess almost 2 years ago. So this is a Winter Harvest. The leaves look nice and, I don't know, smallish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give this just a really quick, very light rinse.
And so this tea has always been one of Showin's specialties over there.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how it is.
It's been really hot in Seattle recently.
Yep.
Really hot. It means
70.
68 to 70.
Oh.
For April, that's amazing, actually.
Yeah. But we've also had clear skies, which is probably the most amazing part, because we are the land of overcast and gray skies.
True. So, this does feel like kind of the perfect tea to be drinking.
Yep.
Yeah, I had my first iced coffee yesterday for a long time, so. Yeah, I'm not going to overbrew this.
And I can smell
It's
like
super fragrant.
the Baozhong smells that I'm used to. Sort of that floral.
Nice liqueur.
Yeah.
A little bit of green sediment in there. Nice and yellow. Really nice verdant
I can smell
leaves. Yeah. It smells. It has that wonderful like vegetal meets honey thing going on that I love.
It's very green.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Cheers. Sort of a crisp, clean vegetalness.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely, it's still light. Has like a nice, almost slightly savory finish aftertaste. Nice and lingering. I've had one just like little sip and I'm really, it's still nice. And maybe even a little bit of fruit.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, one of my in-between episodes that I did recently, I talked about what would be the best time to drink tea.
Not the one where you insulted old people?
That was a different one where I insulted you.
You should check both out.
Yeah, I think, episodes 23 and 24, I take punches across the board, so you're eligible, whoever you are out there.
Yeah, next episode, little kids.
Yeah, innocent, screw them.
You don't know tea.
Anyway, but I was thinking about and kind of musing in that episode about the best time to taste tea, and I haven't had any real food yet today. I've had a couple of fish oil pills.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I can't go crazy, but it is so much more intense and flavorful as a result of not having too much food yet today. So.
Is that kind of in your nose, in your mouth, in your stomach?
It's more of a mouth thing.
Interesting.
Although it's hard to sort of tease away the mouth-nose connection. It's like the mind-body connection.
Okay. And the stomach is the part where you could potentially have issues.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. A young raw right now would have me after the show just like kind of like
Yeah. It's the hangover.
Yeah, I'm very uncomfortable.
So does that so when you do go without food, random question here.
Yeah.
Do you tend to brew certain teas or go a little bit lighter on
I
the
definitely stick to, for the most part, I'd say 90% ripe.
Okay.
Yeah. It just is it's pleasant, frankly, in my stomach, if anything. So,
yeah.
This, even this, I can get that kind of like, I don't know. I'll be fine.
Okay.
I'll make it. But it's really good for flavor notes, too, so.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Taking one for the team. A little bit thicker.
Yeah, I think that the overall body is just kind of blown up a lot.
Not at all bitter or astringent, which makes the tea quite pleasant.
Yeah. Yeah, I have this like slightly savory and slightly floral, sweet, lingering, kind of like honeysuckle. Yeah, it's like that sort of sweet, planty, honey smell. Honeysuckle is a great comparison.
And how's the mouthfeel on it?
I think it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it too.
Yeah.
It's I think if you were to compare this versus like actual green teas, I think one of the things that's really distinct or different about this, and this might also be a byproduct of us brewing at boiling or close to boiling, is the significant more mouth action to it. Yeah. And I, unlike Denny, have actually consumed food before today, so I'm not picking up probably quite as much on a few of those things.
Oh, it smells great. We filled up the Gaiwan about halfway full. It is almost full of leaf at this point, maybe like, I don't know, 70%.
Yeah.
And it's really pleasant. This will brew out for a number of times. This is really great iced. I did some iced version of this recently. And yeah, it's kind of just, I don't know, it's more, today it feels like it's more about the weather outside dictating the tea than the whatever I want to drink, you know?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, and are you drinking much oolong these days, James?
I went through a phase about a month ago for the tea of the month where I was drinking a lot of wooies. But it's been, these are kind of the teas that got us started, these Taiwanese oolongs.
Yeah.
And frankly, I just haven't had much these days.
You've been doing the raw and the ripes, more of the puer style stuff, right?
That's correct.
What do you think that'll change this summer?
No.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure I'll drink some of this Taiwanese oolongs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Frankly, we just end up with more from being sent to us than I don't think we're gonna end up buying any Taiwanese oolongs just because you guys are great and you guys send us samples and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy the stuff. It's very good teas. Yeah.
Yeah, I love these ones. I think so. For you folks out there who are drinking tea, you're looking for something that's nice and crisp, verdant, bright.
Yeah.
It's vegetal is the way to describe it too.
Yep.
Then this category of these greener Taiwanese teas is perfect.
Yeah. And I'm also gonna segue off that and say that this, in addition to being sort of gateway tea for us, has been. Usually these sorts of teas are the teas I will serve people that haven't necessarily drank a lot of teas and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Very friendly, very good with the ladies as well. So
Nice.
If just a tip out there for all you bros.
Nice. You single bros.
Yeah. Some dating advice from James. Off the cuff?
Yeah, off the cuff.
Yeah.
We're serving it fresh here at TeaDB. Anyway, this is really nice. It is really full-bodied. It's really flavorful.
This is the best steep.
Yeah. It's really, it's improving over time. You can. It's easy to discern the changes of the steepings over time too. So I think to your point, it's a great tea to serve to some new folks. So speaking of that, if you wanted to learn, maybe graduate from a novice tea noob to a intermediate tea noob, what should you do, James?
Well, you should go watch Denny's videos on anti-health benefits and old people. But you should also hit that subscribe button below for TeaDB. We're releasing 3 videos a week, so lots of great content. Also check us out at tdb.org. And also, I think Denny and I would both recommend Floating Leaves Teas a lot. If you're in Seattle, go check them out. If you're not, she sells online. It's good stuff all around. Definitely would recommend you check out her Baozhong as well.
And until next time, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.